So you want to track and follow all the trades made by members of Congress? Well, this could be the place for you. Unusual Whales has now compiled that all into one location so you can track and follow everything and everybody all in one place. So we'll leave a link down below in the video description box if you want to check out Unusual Whales or if you are not familiar with this. But we'll do a quick look at how this works. This is the Politics tab of Unusual Whales. Up over here on the top right, go to Politics. So a couple of different things. There's a video already up, or if not up, it will be up very, very soon, covering the two different ETFs that they actually came out with to track and to follow the trades of members of Congress. There's a Democratic one and there's a Republican one. And so we can see that there's two different categories here, Republicans versus Democrats. It has each of the people, or the top, I guess, most active traders, if you want to call them that, in each of the parties, and it tells you how many trades they've recorded. And of course, you can dive deeper and see all of their trades. So if you want to search for a potential politician, for example, Nancy Pelosi, I know gets a ton of, a lot of attention on social media in terms of, her husband apparently buying a lot of shares or making a lot of trades. Here's what we have. Nancy Pelosi's most recent trades. So as we can scroll through, what you're going to have is her name. We have where is she a member of, the House, and from where, California. You'll see on the right-hand side the reported dates. Now, again, this is something to pay attention to because members of Congress can make their trades substantially before, days, potentially weeks before they're actually reported. Now, there's a lot of talk about getting this, this lead time shortened or not even allowing them to trade in general at all. But on the right-hand side, make sure you're paying attention to the reported dates, okay? And then also the date of the actual trade. Okay, so there's the date of the actual trade on the left right here. For example, this happened on January 20th, 2023, and 100 call options with a strike price of 100, expiration date of 1/2023, expired with no value. So for example, it's showing you that these calls expired worthless, Roblox. They lost all their money on that trade. And then the right-hand side will tell you the date that it's reported on because it has to get reported once they make trades and close out trades and whatnot. And then we have a size. So the way Congress reports this, it's kind of stupid, but you can technically go back and find the exact price points and see the exact number if you wanted to do the math yourself. But they have to report a range of what the size of the trade was. So for example, it's between $1,000 and $15,000. This one right here, where it was 100 or 1,000 shares were sold at an average price of $292.89 for a loss of whatever, blah blah blah. On Netflix, like this tells you the trade size. Now, of course, they give you the exact averages, so it's easy enough to figure out yourself, but it tells you like the rough trade size. Like, so Congress will report those things. If they're not giving you average prices and whatnot, they're going to give you a range of the size of that position or that trade. So that's something to pay attention to and watch right there. You cannot click on the individual ticker symbols, but it's just going to give you a list of all the tickers and the updated trades that have been made by whatever member of Congress. This also shows you the 12-month buy or sell. These are kind of some cool breakdowns, some charts. So you can kind of hover over the different categories and see how much was purchased, how much was sold, what was bought, etc. Through the breakdown. So you can kind of get a feel for like, okay, are they bullish, bearish, and whatnot on the market right now? So that's going into a specific member. You can scroll, or let's say we go back to this page. If I was to go back to that main politics page, I can actually go ahead and search for a stock. So I want to go to Tesla stock. Let's see if I can find this. Search for a ticker. Just go back really quick. As I start typing, it automatically fills it in. TSLA, boom, Tesla. Now you're going to see the latest trades for Tesla stock. So we can see that Nancy Pelosi, or her husband technically, but she's the one who's in Congress, so it's going to come down under her name, sold 5,000 shares at an average price of $140 for a loss of $500,000. So I guess they had Tesla from a higher average, and we're just looking to liquidate some shares here as Tesla bounced. Actually, looking back, they sold that on 12/20. Let's go ahead and check this out. So it's kind of fun to look at. So you can kind of see if, your favorite members of Congress are selling the bottom or if they're, buying the dip, right? So that was on 12/20. If you go back and find 12/20 on Tesla, that's actually hilarious. That was actually right here. So Paul and Nancy Pelosi panic sold Tesla. It did go lower, but now it's substantially higher. It's back over $200. So they could have salvaged some money there. They could have made a few extra bucks had they held on, or they could have sold it for more, whatever you want to say. But that's kind of cool to look back at and pay attention to. So with that said, that right there in a nutshell is how to use the politics section of Unusual Whales. And again, same thing here. If I go through Democrats and Republicans, if I go to see all, click on see all, you can kind of see them side by side, which is kind of cool, and see how many trades are being made. It's kind of crazy to think about the amount of trades are actually being recorded by some of the members of Congress who, many believe have insider information, which is pretty impressive, that they're trading this actively when they've got other jobs to do. But that said, as of right now, they're allowed to do what they want to do as long as they report they disclose what they are trading. So pretty cool, and I can click on each person and dive deeper into them in their own different profiles. So with that said, hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions, leave them down below in the video comment section. We'll leave a link to Unusual Whales in the description box of this video. Hope to see you guys in a future video. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.